Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm in transit from Central Queensland to Yogyakarta in Indonesia. So I've got 7 hours of driving ahead of me. I'm going from Gladstone to the Gold Coast. The reason why I'm driving is because it'll cost me so much more money to actually get to the Gold Coast than it would for a 2-week holiday in Yogyakarta. So the reason why I'm going to Yogyakarta is actually because I started Indonesian martial arts about just under a year ago, and so there's a 2-week workshop going on out there, so I thought I'd give it a go and immerse myself with the local culture and what have you. I've given myself about 13 hours drive. The main reason is because I've got a category 2 cyclone on my tail. It's just sitting off Mackay, so there's a lot of bad conditions for driving. There's a lot of wind and there's a lot of rain at the moment, and it's Cyclone Iris. And the second reason is because of the Gold Coast Commonwealth Games. It started yesterday and they've blocked off a whole bunch of lanes for all the athletes and all the officials. So they reckon it's going to be 2 to 3 hours of wait. So anyway, we'll see how we go. I've got 13 hours ahead of me and I'll check in once I'm at the airport. Hey guys, I'm en route to the Gold Coast and I've just stumbled across this great little theatre. It's an old school, old style theatre, as you can see behind me. It's a great little spot. It's got a cafe right at the front. We're in Childers, and if you get an opportunity to stop by, it's great. It's just amazing. The coffee was really good too. Check out the seating. It's just awesome. Look at that. These guys have classic films that they air, and it's really good for the town. It does get sold out. It's about 250 to 300 people that sit there. They have a VIP section up top, which is where all the projectors are. So yeah, if you're ever in Childers, come by, check it out. It's a great little spot. All right guys, turns out that there was no traffic on the way up to Coolangatta, which is where the airport is, just south of Gold Coast. So I've got a couple of hours to play with, and so now I guess what better place to do it at than North Kira Beach, the infamous North Kira, which is a great surf beach. So let's go check it out. So surf report, sloppy jalopy. Okay guys, I finally made my destination. I'm at the Indolux Hotel in Yogyakarta. That was about 30 hours of travel from the time I left home to drive to the Gold Coast, and yeah, it was quite a long trip. I didn't overnight in Kuala Lumpur, but I did spend at least 6 to 7 hours at the airport. So anyway, a little bit tired now. It's about 1 o'clock. At about 2 p.m. we're heading off for training, and we'll be training till about 9 p.m. I believe we are having dinner at about 6, and yeah, so tomorrow we're going to go to a village, a local village, and train Pencastilat, be absorbed with all their cultures and traditions, and we get to eat at their place and stay over, and no, it's going to be really good. I can't wait. We're also doing a little bit of archery, so that'll be fun, and yeah, so looking forward to that. So after that, we've got about 10 to 12 days here in Yogyakarta, and I think it's going to be awesome. Can't wait. While we're here, I'm going to give you a few travel tips to Indonesia. So tip number 1, I would highly recommend going to a doctor and checking out what sort of diseases there are. I believe in Indonesia it's hepatitis A and B, typhoid, and malaria is another big one. So make sure you you take chemo prophylaxis enough, at least enough for the time you're spending, plus at least another month after that. The main one is doxycycline. It's like an antibiotic, so the only side effects there are you get really sensitive to sun exposure, but apart from that, if you cover up, you should be fine. So yeah. Tip number 2, when you go past customs through Indonesia, I would suggest having at least 50 or 100 US dollars. It's not always, but sometimes they do pull you up and they might want you to pay for a visa, which is like $30 to $50. So it's always good to have $30 to $50 US. That should get you out of trouble. Tip number 3, I'd strongly recommend you not drinking any of the water from the taps or any of the street vendor water. I would try and get as much bottled water from the hotel as you can and take it with you everywhere you go. Also, things like vegetables, where they wash it with the local water. There's a lot of bacteria and viruses that go around that we're not used to, I guess, and so you could get quite sick, and I would strongly suggest you just stay away from ice or any local water. Tip number 4, see if you can get yourself a local driver to drive you around to all the different places. That way you can experience Indonesia as a local or as an Indonesian, and they'll take you some really amazing back streets and side streets and markets and food areas. So yeah, strongly recommend that. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm going to keep it short. It's just basically my travels up here. Stay tuned for the next few videos. You'll be pretty much seeing all the adventures that I'll be going through whilst I'm here in Indonesia. So yeah, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and check out this view. It's really cool.